Hey guys, welcome back. Let's lighten the mood after the last video, cover something more entertainment related, and boy, I have not talked about Marvel or Disney or any of this insanity going on in the MCU for a while now. And as you, I'm sure, probably recall, Beau Demayo, who was the guy behind the X-Men 97 series who was fired after the first season, was definitely very critical of Disney and Marvel after they fired him, and to be honest, I can't blame the guy. In fact, it seems like we still don't really know the reason he was fired. I know there's been a lot of theories, a lot of people who said that they know the real reason, but he believes, and I believe this is still the case, that he was fired over a Pride post, and this is back in August of this last year, back in 2024. Said Beau Demayo is defending himself after he claims he was fired from Marvel Studios and had his credits stripped for Season 2 over a gay pride post, a claim the production company denied. Now, of course, I'm sure many of you probably recall, and if you don't, this man who's very obsessed with his physique and his fitness and all this stuff had a OF account. And of course, I don't know how explicit any of his account really was. To be honest, I don't want to go check for myself. And I know there are people who have probably checked into this. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Apparently, it was part of the reason, allegedly, he might have gotten fired by Disney, which is shocking to think about, actually, that Disney would care about that. So since then, he has been free to criticize the hell out of them, and he has been very critical of a lot of things that Disney has done with their, Marvel properties, such as their What If animated TV series, which again, I know a lot of people seem to think that this show is amazing because it's like, oh, it's not canon, it's just literally, hey, what if Doctor Strange could use Iron Man's suit, or what if Black Panther had the Infinity Gauntlet or whatever. So, it's one of these, like, there's no reason not to like it or to watch it or to not watch it. It's just fan fiction gone awry, right? Again, if you're into that kind of thing, go for it. I personally have no use for it. But he's been criticizing the hell out of it, too. He's calling Season 3 mediocre, saying that What If ended after Season 3, Episode 8 became available on Disney+. The final season has drawn largely positive responses from the critics, which is not shocking. It's Marvel. The critics love to kiss Disney's ass. But the reaction of the general audience has been mixed to negative, and now Beau Demayo, the former head writer of X-Men 97, has voiced his opinion about the new season. Beau Demayo expressed his strong views on What If Season 3 through his account on X. During the weekend, he posted, "What If Season 3, yikes, just yikes. I'd watch more to give notes on how it could have easily been done better, but I have some water to watch boil." Oh, that's a pretty good burn right there, not gonna lie, that's pretty fantastic. It gets even better, too, because now it's not just What If or the general direction of Disney and Marvel that he's criticizing, but allegedly, according to that Park Place, the former showrunner of X-Men 97 has now slammed Marvel for race-swapping white villains into black people after the new Spider-Man cartoon trailer. Now, if you haven't seen this already, this is pretty unbelievable cringe levels of insanity. They've taken... well, I'm just gonna read the article. You're just gonna have to read this for yourself or listen to this for yourself. This is pretty crazy shit. Beau Demayo, the fired showrunner of the Disney Plus animated series X-Men 97, recently voiced strong criticisms against Marvel Studios, particularly targeting the practice of race-swapping white villains to black people. This latest attack came in the wake of the trailer for Marvel's new Spider-Man animated series, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, where Norman Osborn, a traditionally white character, is race-swapped into a black man. Of course, Osborn eventually goes on to become Spider-Man's arch-nemesis, the Green Goblin. Demayo took to X to express his concerns. Now, guys, before we go on, it's not just that Norman is a black man now, but in the cartoon, they're even making his son now a daughter instead, and she looks like a man, just like it's unbelievably cringe. So Demayo hasn't been happy about this, obviously. He tweeted out, "Here, let me rephrase. Hey, Marvel Studios, please stop race-swapping white villains to black people. It reads funny. Kang, High Evolutionary, Norman Osborn, Electro, Mordo." The comment has ignited discussion among fans, with some interpreting Demayo's stance as a broader opposition to race swapping in media, which would be pretty based if that's true. This earned him praise from those who reject woke storytelling and forced diversity. However, his remarks specifically target the transformation of traditionally white antagonists into black characters. He's never addressed instances where white protagonist characters have been portrayed by actors of different races, like Zendaya as MJ in Tom Holland's Spider-Man films. Now, that's a very good point, because if his complaint is solely, why are you making the villains all black? That sounds like when people complain about how, why do black characters in video games all have the same hairstyle? Yes, I find the hairstyle tiresome. It's the Killmonger cut. It's terrible. But why are you only hyper-focused on that one thing, Critics argue that if Demayo's issue lies in casting black individuals as villains, it actually aligns with the woke arguments rather than opposing wokeism in media. Demayo has a history of aligning with identity politics in media, so it's unlikely he's opposing race swapping in a general sense. For example, he chastised X-Men 97 fans for straight-washing Morph's friendship with Wolverine after there was pushback against a fan movement to ship the two characters together in his first season. And again, I want to point out that J.P. Carlike, the voice actor for Morph, is a person who had a vested interest in making Morph gay, non-binary, whatever you want to call him, because J.P. Carlike himself is gay and has a activist-based organization to push gay and trans people into positions of power in the voice acting industry. So again, this is a agenda that was pushed in the cartoon itself. Demayo has faced accusations of hypocrisy, notably regarding the character Sunspot in X-Men 97, who was depicted with lighter skin than his comic book counterpart. Demayo responded to these claims by stating the directive came from Marvel and that he opposed it. Asked and answered, Demayo said in reference to the perceived inconsistency, "This was a Marvel directive. Crew members and I brought up his Afro heritage multiple times. They wanted Latino representation on the team since Storm and Bishop were already black." Of course, hypocrisy isn't the only thing Beau Demayo is accused of. Earlier this year, it broke that Marvel and Disney had terminated his contract, right? The abrupt dismissal sparked widespread rumors and speculation regarding the reasons behind his firing. But of course, the official statement back in August was that they terminated his contract following an internal investigation. Given the egregious nature of the findings, we severed ties with him immediately, and he has no further affiliation with Marvel. So of course, this has led, and you can see his post here, this bondage-looking character that he's got, obviously of his own physique, right? Because this man, again, he's in very good shape. He's very obsessed with his own body, which you can tell from like a lot of his Instagram or social media posts. So again, it's a very strange, very weird situation. I'm not quite sure what to make of it, but that being said, you have to be very careful with people like this when you start going, oh, Beau Demayo, he's based, right? You have to stop and read between the lines. Like, he's not explicitly saying, stop making race swaps a thing, stop replacing white characters with black characters. This could read more like he's saying, no. We have enough villains as it is. We don't need more black villains. You can leave the white villains alone. Let's have lots of white villains. Don't make a black man the villain. Which, if that's the case, then he's just as bad as the rest of them. Because it's like, look, nobody cares what skin color a villain has or a hero has. Write a good character, make a good character, make it believable, make it, relatable. Again, not the whole representation, seeing myself on the screen, but be able to find things about a character you can relate to on a human level. That's all we ask for in our entertainment. And this is something Marvel and Disney, as a whole, have forgotten how to do for many years now. So I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. Let me know what you think about all this insanity. Let me know what you think about Beau Demayo and if whether or not you think he's quote unquote, based, or if this is just more of his own hypocritical agenda showing through. I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. I will catch you guys on the next one. All right, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have two channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.